Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Peace. Peekaboo. I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available Christmas 2031, the album. Dad, shimmy, shimmy, AF. Santa, can you hear me? I have been so good this year, and all I want for Christmas, wrong lyrics, is blinded by the light. Had a douche and now I'm ready for a Saturday night. Peace. I love when I sing that song. Okay, if y'all don't know, like this goes way back in time on Peter Munn's channel, okay? I love singing wrong lyrics, okay? I live for it. Because nobody sings the right lyrics, okay? Listen, Linda, listen. I can remember, okay, being in middle school and high school, and you would get the tape cassettes. I still have about 10,000 of them in my basement. But you get the tape cassettes, right? And you would pull the inside thing of the tape cassette out of it, unless you just got like a single track, you know, that had a B-side on it that was real bad. It was a song nobody wanted. But like you'd pull out the thing, you know, and then when you would unfold it, it would have the lyrics that were like so tiny that there was no way you could even possibly read them, and it would have the lyrics. And you would sit there and you would learn the songs, these lyrics, right? Unless you were like my cousin, okay? My cousin Caroline, she and I used to, like, when she could drive, she would drive me around, right? That's one whole summer. And she knew every word, okay? Literally, I thought she was the coolest thing in the entire world. My cousin Caroline knew every word to the Janet Jackson Control album, okay? I was like, oh, was it that album? It was one of those Janet Jackson albums, but she knew every word. And we would drive around, she'd be like this, she'd be like, so what's up with this guy? Do you really like him that much? Yes, honey, I love him. He is fine. He does a lot of nice things for me. I know he used to do nice stuff for you, but what has he done for you lately? Beast! Yo, Janet, I'm about to get this. You want this, but do you really think that you can get this? At first you dissed us. Now you want to kiss this. Tell him, girls! Too late, you missed this. Okay, let's get in this video. I don't need to do a bunch of Janet Jackson. Yesterday, people were living for the fact that they were like, oh, an ode to Michael Stipe over here. Okay, I had such a crush on Michael Stipe from REM when I was in high school. Oh my God, I thought he was so fine. Okay. That's great, it starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes and airplanes. Lenny Bruce is not afraid. Eye of the hurricane, listen to yourself, churn world, shook its own knees, coming to be wrong knees, speed it up a notch, speed, grunt, no street, dust, ladder such to clatter with, fear, fight, down, fight. Why with fire with the I can't remember the words. If I listen to this song, I can get it all day long. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. Do you want to know how many times I've listened to that song? Okay, true story. People that are over here for the first time, they're like, okay, you're covering Tammy Slaton and Amberlynn Reid, and that's why I'm watching you. Listen, Linda. There's all these Amberlynn Reid commentary channels out there now, okay? Like Zachary Michael. I just got off the phone with him. I do love Zachary Michael. I was like, Zachary, listen. I go, every time I talk about you in a video, I said, somebody comes for me and they go, Peter, I know you know Zach, but he uses, or they use they, them pronouns. And I said, Zach, I do not want to be offensive to you, whatever. And he goes, bestie. Truly, I just asked him if I could shout him out in my video. And let me just tell you what he texted me, okay? His text to me was, do whatever you need, bestie. He said, bestie, he goes, it's literally in every one of my social media profiles that I go by he, him, they, them pronouns. He goes, you're totally fine. I was like, oh, okay, good. I said, because you know, they'll come for me. Those Amberlynn Reid haters, my Lord, they'll come for me. But listen, Linda, okay? Well, I actually think Zachary Michael was doing Amberlynn Reid content before I did. But I said something in a video that ain't no other Amberlynn Reid commentary channel said ever in a million years, okay? I coined the phrase. And no, it's not payroll. We talked about that yesterday. Those people that wanted so much, well, I said payroll first. Well, girl, where are you at today? I ain't heard you talk about payroll in a minute. But anyway, that was my video yesterday. I got real heated about it. Oh, my neighbor's over here. He's watching me and things like that. But anyway, so I did this video of Amberlynn Reid way back in the day, okay? And she's walking around her kitchen. It was not the video where she hid the Burger King in the microwave. Do y'all remember that from back in the day? She kind of like, while she was doing stuff, she was moving stuff around the kitchen and she forgot to hide the Burger King, so she put it in the microwave. Do y'all remember that video from way back in the day? Or it was in the microwave and everybody clocked it, and they were like, she said she's not eating fast food anymore, she had Burger King in the microwave. Then she said it was for Becky or whoever she was dating at that moment. But anyway, she was cooking something on the stove. She was making this up, you know. This stuff on the stove was like hot dog soup or something like that. And I said in my video, okay, oh no, I'll tell you when this was. I think this was when she was with Destiny. And, not Destiny's Child, but Destiny. This was when she was with Destiny, and she bought Destiny all her Christmas presents from Walmart, like on Halloween, because she just couldn't wait. And she bought her like a lunchbox and things like that. Do y'all remember that? That was back in the day when like Amberlynn and her were going to get a job, and they were gonna, I can't remember, they were gonna work some factory or something like that, and they were talking about, Amberlynn was talking about, well, you can't take a soda pop to work, and she got her a thermos. Do y'all remember that? And they were talking about what water they were gonna take in their thermos to work and all kind of stuff. I think Amberlynn worked at that job for about a week, didn't she, or something like that, or 2 days. She said the chair wasn't comfortable or something like that. But anyway, I don't know, but so, in that video that I was covering where she was cooking on her stove, right? Like hot dog stew or hot dog soup or something like that. And I said in my video, listen, people think I script my videos and stuff like that. No, this is just me talking to my good Judy on my front porch. Just like if my neighbor came up right now, this is a conversation we would have, okay? And I said in that video, people still to this day, whenever I talk about Amberlynn Reid in a video, they still comment because they were around back then. They say this one thing, okay, that I said in this video. And I said, you know that apartment smells like day old stew. You know it does. To this day, if I talk about Amberlynn Reid in a video, people will put underneath my video in the comment sections, they'll put day old stew. Because they know I know what it means, right? So anyway, back to the song lyrics thing. Y'all, I don't like to sing the lyrics to songs. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's too much work to try to learn the lyrics to songs and things like that. Back in the day, I shared shared the story for a long time. But, I love the song by the Bucketheads. It's called The Bomb. And so my good Judy and I, back in the day, my roommate, when we would go out, we would always get ready to that song and all this kind of stuff. Now they've got clips of that song. They sample it in other songs and things like that, right? But I love the original back in the day, right? And I have like the CD of like 6 mixes in my basement. I do. I truly do. Oh my God. If I see it in my head, it's like this purple thing. And okay. But anyway, and it says The Bomb on it by the Bucketheads underneath there. Do y'all remember that? Y'all went to raves and stuff back in the day? So anyway, okay, my best friend and I back in the day, we would sing that song. And we would sing Big Town Boogie on a Saturday night. Okay, so we are in the car going downtown. I've shared the story a million times. We're going downtown to go out, and we have this bougie-ass girlfriend of ours up in the back seat. Okay, she thought she was the answer, okay? She wasn't, but she thought she was. That's why she's not my friend no more, okay? Because she figured it out, and I don't know. I don't even know where that girl is today, okay? But listen, Linda, okay? She was sitting in the back of my car, okay? Thinking she was hotter than she was. And so we're like, Big Town Boogie on a Saturday night. We're like all excited, you know, getting ready to go downtown like that. And she goes, you guys, you know the words are, these sounds fall into my mind. And we're like, Big Town Boogie on a Saturday night. Beast. So when I get somebody new on my channel that wants to correct me, and they're like, why is he singing? What they'll do, they don't even do that, right? Because they're trying to be nice, because people are nice. There are some nice people out there, okay? There really are. Like all 42 cameos I get to do in the next 2 days. You guys are so sweet for booking these cameos. I appreciate it. I love it, okay? I love getting to learn a little bit more. And people like put when I do these cameos, so if you guys don't know what cameos are, they're like personal messages and stuff like that you can like buy for people. And then I give you like a personal message for a birthday. I cannot begin to tell you how many people have birthdays on Christmas this year, okay? I got so many. I was like looking through, it was like birthday. It's like my sister, my wife, my girlfriend, her birthday's on Christmas, her birthday's on Christmas Eve. And I was like, oh my God, there's so many people that have birthdays on Christmas. I thought these were Christmas messages. But anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so it's nice people. There's lots of nice people. The majority of you that watch my videos are so nice. I love you so much. And guess what? Just for that, okay, I have a huge announcement of a project that I am starting in 2024 that I will be announcing on Christmas Eve because it is Christmas related, okay? Number one, it is a huge project that I am undertaking. I'm very, very excited about it. Number two, on Christmas Day, I have a very, very special video that I will be pre-filming for you guys because I ain't shooting no videos on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. No, man. I'll be hanging out with my family and things like that, okay? But I have a very special Christmas Day video for you. Y'all figured it out, right? Because you saw my Instagram. It's a Christmas rant. Yes, I'm doing a Christmas rant on Christmas Day because I thought, well, what kind of video don't nobody want to be talking about James Charles? You don't want him at your Christmas. You don't want him showing up at your Christmas party. Why the hell would you want to watch a video about James Charles to ruin your Christmas? I wouldn't, okay? So I was like, what video can I do on Christmas Day for people that, you know, aren't spending Christmas with anybody or don't celebrate Christmas or have to work or whatever, you know, don't have nobody to spend Christmas with. So I was like, or people that don't celebrate Christmas. So I was like, I'm going to do a Christmas rant. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So I asked y'all what your complaints were about for Christmas, okay? And then I'm going to read them and I'm going to respond to them. It's going to be real funny. I love doing the rant videos. So anyway, what people do, okay, when I get the lyrics wrong, and they're like new to my channel, they don't know that I sing lyrics wrong all the time on my videos. They're real nice, right? And what they'll do is, in quotation marks, they'll put the, whatever the words are, like ride like a deuce in the night or whatever. Okay, they'll put those in quotations and they'll put like a heart and a smiley face. Like, hey, I'm just saying this to help you out, okay?
Are you gonna dress up like a Virgin Mary for Christmas?
Listen, Linda, you better shut your mouth. I ain't dressing up like no Virgin Mary, and you better not either. I can see a virgin when I see one, and I know you're not one. I know I'm not. My neighbor across the street. You better get that trash bin inside. My neighbor's so cute. We were talking about Survivor earlier. We were both so heated about Survivor, the Survivor finale last night. But that's what people, they always say to me when I get those songs right, you know. Had a douche and now I'm ready for the Saturday night. But anyway, I have to read you guys my favorite comment that I received in my video yesterday. Okay, this was so sweet. So, if y'all don't know, when I talk about like ASMR videos, ASMR, I don't know what it stands for. The tingles and the jingles and the Christmas kringles. I don't know what that stuff stands for. It's weirdly, okay? The ASMR is weird. I can't handle it, okay? But I always refer to it as the ASMR, okay? If you ever have watched a video of mine where I talk about ASMR, I always call it ASMR, okay? So let me read you this comment. I thought this comment was really sweet, honestly. I was like, oh, bless your heart. You're new to my channel. They said, hee, Peter, I think you are supposed to say each letter of ASMR instead of it altogether. I was like, oh, they are so sweet. Like, they're trying to help me because they think that I really think it's ASMR. That's like 1 year, okay, for Christmas, I did this thing. It was called the Cheapo box. Do y'all remember what I'm talking about? And I went to like the dollar store and I bought all this junk and I put it in this box and I said I was doing this subscription. I ordered the Cheapo box and all this kind of stuff. No, true story. People thought that was for real, okay? Like, I will never forget getting a call from Destin Daly. And this is like 6 years ago. And he was like, girl, I thought you were for real. Like, that Cheapo box was for real. And I was like, why did he buy all this junk? And I was like, because I was like straight faced through the whole video. I think the video is still up somewhere on my channel. I don't know. I haven't looked it up forever. But anyway, it was called the Cheapo box. Or either I was selling it or I bought one. I can't even remember what the video content was. Oh, Lord, she done upgraded. Now she's doing content over here. I was doing videos. Now I'm doing content. But anyway, so I did that Cheapo box years ago, okay? And people did not know. It's like when I did the apology to the Depends community, there were so many people that were like, Peter, I seriously thought that you were doing like a real apology video. When I did I did apologize to the Febreze community and the Depends community. You know, just get fucked, seriously. Get fucked with them apologies, right? Listen, we got full-ass predators out here, okay, that people are defending, and they don't have to apologize. They don't have to do anything. Y'all want me to come over here and apologize for making a joke about Depends? Seriously, you need to get fucked and go back to 1984 and find your sense of humor, okay? Seriously. And y'all are the same ones that want to come for me saying that I need to apologize to the Depends community that are defending James Charles and Colleen Ballinger and all their friends and saying they don't need to come out and speak about nothing. But I need to make an apology about fucking Depends. Are you kidding me? You better strap some on is what I got to say. Who is pulling up here? Oh, it's my neighbor's husband. He'll want to come over here and say hi in a second too. I got the friendliest neighbors, especially at Christmas time. So anyway, last night I was getting ready to watch 2 Christmas movies, okay, which I know y'all are going to be like, those aren't Christmas movies. Is that my neighbor right there? She is not even going to look over here and say hi or any... Oh, now she's going like, we're doing one of these. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Anyway, So last night I was getting ready to watch some Christmas movies, and by Christmas movies I mean Gremlins and Die Hard 2. Okay, the Die Hard 1 I love, but Die Hard 2 is for me because it's like all snowed in, you know, at the airport and in New York City, all that kind of stuff. I love Die Hard 2. I've been watching, listen, I've watched almost every new Christmas movie that's come out this year. So I'm like, by the way, the Holdovers, oh my God, now you gotta rent it for $20, okay, or go see it in the movie theater, but it is totally worth it. It is fantastic. It's a Cry Me a River movie though, okay? I'm telling you right now, you're gonna cry through it. So I was going to watch Gremlins and Die Hard 2 last night. I got all settled in, got my cup of coffee and all kind of stuff, right? And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, I was like looking at my weekly TV show. So for those of you that don't know, no, truly, a true story. This list used to be, I don't know if you can see it on here or not, but the list, I just showed up my videos the other day. My list used to be twice as long, but now all these shows are ending. So I was like, I looked through my list and I was like, oh shit, the Survivor finale was on tonight. And I just knew it was going to be 2 hours. I just did, right? And I was like, well, I have to watch it. I've watched the whole season. I've loved this season of Survivor. I hadn't watched Survivor in a long time, right? So I watched Survivor last night. Apparently, well, we'll talk about this in another video, but apparently James Charles posted some picture. We should just look this up right now. Did he post a picture with D? So, well, I shouldn't say. I guess I just did. He posted a picture with somebody from Survivor, okay? I wasn't very happy about the finale. I just want to say that, okay? I just want to say that right now. And Katura, who I loved through the whole season, she made the stupidest mistake ever, okay? She made the stupidest mistake ever on that show. I'm just going to say, she handed somebody $1 million check is what she did. Let's look up James Charles, because, so I was talking to Zachary Michael, like I said, and he said, oh, here it is. Oh, true story. Let me screenshot that for a video. Okay, yeah. Is he at the Survivor? He's at the Survivor finale. Oh, no, ma'am. Oh, girl. Girl, why is he at the Survivor finale? Oh, am I going to not be able to watch Survivor anymore? Are you kidding me? That's going to be my video tomorrow. But anyway. What? Another reason why I can't watch another damn reality show, okay? Because all these people acting the fool. Why are you guys? They probably don't even know who James Charles is, okay? Like, this is, like, seriously, Predator Protectors. I'm over it. I'm not even talking about Survivor no more, okay? I was pissed how it ended anyway. So, you know what? I was going to do a whole dedicated video over there today on my reality TV channel. It's called Peter's Reality TV Recaps and Opinions. It's the first thing linked below, okay? But I'm doing 1,000-Pound Sisters over there today because that's how I started this. So let me go back in here and tell you. So I was talking on the phone, right? And then I was like, okay, what video am I going to make today? And I was going to make this James Charles video. I was going to look into it, right? And then I was like, no, I'm going to do my reality TV video first. And so I started filming my reality TV video. I got like 5 or 10 minutes into it. And I was talking about my history of covering Tammy Slaton and Amberlynn Reid and stuff like that, right? And I was like, I got into it, I was talking about it, I was like, why am I not just doing a whole ass video about this over here? Like, why don't I just make this my drama video today? Because I have wanted to do a video for a while talking about Amberlynn Reid, Tammy Slaton, and Chantal at Foodie Beauty. Okay, now I have to tell you, I don't cover Chantal I don't watch her, okay? So here's the deal. So, yo, Janet, I'm about to get this. Okay, years ago, and I mean years ago, like 6-7 years ago, probably my first year doing drama commentary, right? I covered Amberlynn Reid from time to time. I covered Tammy Slaton from time to time, long before the 1,000-Pound Sisters show came out, okay? And I covered them a lot. And, in fact, have I already talked about this on here? I don't think I have. There was, an episode, I'm like, did I already talk about this over here? Did I talk about the day-old stew? Okay, yeah. So I used to cover Amberlynn Reid quite a bit on my channel, okay? And so I cover Tammy Slaton too. It pissed Amberlynn Reid off to no end the fact that I would compare Tammy Slaton and Amberlynn Reid's channels, okay? Amberlynn Reid would be like, why do you always got to compare me to Tammy Slaton, okay? I am nothing like that girl. You know, she would say all this kind of stuff like that. People always want to compare me to Tammy Slaton. I'm nothing like that girl. Amberlynn would get so pissed. I mean, I would get like DMs from Amber and she'd be like, why are you comparing me to Tammy Slaton? Like, I don't understand it, okay? Which, by the way, I just want to say this before I get in this video, because I'm going to do my full coverage of this week's episode. So, I had said in a video recently covering 1,000-Pound Sisters on my reality TV channel, I said, if you guys want me to, I I think straight today. I'm like losing it. I need a little coffee. Hold on a second. If you guys want me to cover the controversies of the Slaton sisters, okay? Things that happen on and off the show, I am more than willing to do that, okay? And so I reached out to Amy, and I was like, because Amy and I have been talking a little bit and all that kind of stuff. I hear there's maybe going to be a fan flipping video from Amy Slaton here. Amy Slaton Halterman. Anyway, and so I reached out to her and I said, hey, listen, Amy. I said, you know, I love your show. I'm very supportive of you and stuff like that. But if I'm going to be authentic on that channel, I have to cover the controversies too and be honest about what I think, right? Like there was just an incident with smoking and things like that. And she was like, hey, no problem. Like, I trust you. You gotta talk about what you gotta talk about on your channel. You know, she's like, do whatever you have to do. I totally understand that, right? Like, this comes along with the territory. I can remember speaking to Amberlynn Reid way back in the day. Like, I would ask her if because she would get so much backlash on in the comments of my videos when I would cover her, right? And I would reach out to her and, you know, she would say like, well, I don't really want you to cover this or whatever. And then finally what she said to me, and this is the last time I ever asked Amberlynn if I could ever cover a video of hers or anything like that, right? I said something to her about like, Amber, do you care if I like do this video? And she was like, I don't give a shit what you talk about in your videos because the haters are going to hate me anyway. It doesn't really matter, okay? So I made that video. I watched Amber for a little bit longer, and then I kind of stopped watching her because this was my issue with Amberlynn, okay? And this is my issue with Chantal at Foodie Beauty, and this is partly the majority of the reason why I don't watch them, okay? Now, I watch the commentary channels, but I don't watch them, okay? Because I take great issue with somebody harming themselves for videos to make money, okay? Amberlynn Reid is somebody that got on video and showed how much her AdSense money was a month, okay? She showed how much she was making a month on AdSense. That shows you, because people were questioning how much she was making. The fact that she would even come out and do that shows that she's a lot about the money, okay? And I've said this for a very long time. It's why I stopped covering her. The reality that the girl is morbidly obese, okay, and does these videos where I'm going to do 100 days of weigh-ins, and then she lasts 6 days, and then she can't do it anymore. And then I'm going to do this diet, and I'm going to do it for 2 or 3 days, and then that diet's no good for me. I'm not going to do that diet no more. And then she does this, and she does that, and it's like, I can't watch those videos, okay? I just can't, right? Like, I cannot watch videos of somebody who is willing to sacrifice their health at the expense of money. I cannot do that, okay? I just won't. And I'm not just talking about weight issues. I'm talking about all kinds of things, okay? I'm talking about, if you're talking about drugs or alcohol, those kinds of things. I just can't do any of that, right? Like, it's a lot for me, okay? There's a lot of videos that you can make. Well, back in the day, when I was covering Amy Slaton, and Amy Slaton I covered more for the drama. There was a lot of stuff that came out about Amy Slaton back in the day that she actually took full responsibility for and came out in a live stream with a bunch of people and took accountability for and things like that, right? That was the GoFundMe situation, if you guys know what I'm talking about. She got a lot of backlash for that. And so, but she actually came in a live stream with these people that did not like her, that were covering her on a regular basis, allowed them to ask her any questions she wanted to, and took full responsibility for her actions. That's pretty impressive, okay? When you want to talk about an influencer on any level, I don't care who you're talking about. I don't care if you're talking about Toddy Westbrook, a Shane Dawson, a Jeffree Star, an Amberlynn Reid, a Chantal at Foodie Beauty, Amy Slaton, James Charles, Colleen Ballinger, any of them. Would any of them be willing to do that? Amy Slaton got in a live stream with some of her biggest haters that were doing commentary videos on her and allowed them to ask her questions, and she addressed the situation and rectified the situation. So that to me is pretty impressive for anybody out there, okay? For anybody out there. So that always was like, you know, for me, that was like, okay, I'm impressed with this. Well, so I used to do a lot of videos, not a lot, but some videos consistently about Amberlynn and Amy Slaton, right? Okay, so when I reached out to Amy and I said, I'm going to have to cover this stuff, and she was like, I trust you, you're going to have to talk about what you want to talk about, okay? I was like, wow, because Amberlynn Reid had come for me and she had said, well, I can't believe, if you're going to do this video, the haters are going to hate, blah, 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 whatever, make whatever you're going to, because everybody hates me anyway, it doesn't really matter, okay? Not to mention, I have had influencers up my ass for the last 7 years, okay? James Charles pissed off about titles or things that I've said in my videos. Jeffree Star saying I'm hurting his business, pissed off about titles or pictures that I'm using in my videos. Toddy Westbrook being afraid of things that I'm going to say in my videos. Shane Dawson pissed off about things that I said in videos of mine. I can show you guys the DMs. I have all the DMs, okay? From all these people. You know, all of them across the board pissed off about one thing I said in a video, a thumbnail that I made, a title of a video. I can remember I did a video one time and I called it something like James Charles is so, I called it something like, because I used to refer to Jeffree Star as the most bothered, unbothered person, and I said something about James Charles being the most bothered, unbothered person. He was so pissed that I made that video. He was like, I can't believe you said that I am bothered and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're pissed about this title? Like, seriously? Jeffree Star, who has, at the time, 16, 20 million subscribers on YouTube, is pissed off about a video that's getting 10,000 views because I'm hurting his business by coming out and talking about drama with him that he did himself. Like, you guys have no idea. And Amy Slaton is like, no, talk about whatever you want to talk about, right? She's going to get herself in scandal. She's going to get herself in controversies going forward. I know she will, right? But the girl is real all day long, okay? The fact that she is like, first of all, I don't need to ask nobody for permission to make a video, okay? But I have from time to time. And when she said that to me, I was like, hey, this is cool that she's like this. Because none of these influencers would be like that. None of them, okay? None of these huge-ass influencers would ever be this way. Well, when I used to talk about Amy Slaton and Amberlynn Reid back in the day, long before the 1,000-pound sisters, I would say, I do not understand with the money that these people are making. Like I said, okay, Amberlynn Reid showed us that she was making $10,000+ a month, okay, on YouTube. All right, I do not understand, and let's just be for real, Amberlynn Reid's expenses were not that high. She was living in a one-bedroom apartment, okay, in Kentucky. Her expenses were not that high. She was making $10,000, okay? I think she spent probably $3,000 on it on Destiny's Christmas that she gave her the day after Halloween from Walmart, okay? And then bought her a whole nother bunch of presents for Christmas because she just couldn't wait to give her a lunchbox, you know, with Blue's Clues on it or some shit like that. So anyway, so, you know, I used to say, I do not understand why these people, like Amberlynn Reid and Amy Slaton, Foodie Beauty, I don't even think was around back then, okay, Chantal, but why they don't hire a nutritionist, hire a dietitian, hire a personal trainer, and get into shape and lose the weight, or go and have, you know, gastric bypass or whatever their doctors suggest that they have, and do it. Like, they would be inspiring and empowering to they would be inspiring their audiences, they would be empowering themselves, they would probably double, triple, quadruple their audience members, they would get even more viewers over there, okay? Because people love a comeback story. People love to be inspired, right? Yes, people love to hate watch too, but over time it's gonna die, okay? This Amberlynn Reid coming out, I mean, how many diets has she done? The Cap and Shoot diet yet? I mean, how many diets are there out there that you can do and fail at in 3 days, okay? And if you go and you read the comments on the Amberlynn Reid videos, they're pretty consistent, okay? Because she's doing the same shit she's done for 5-10 years now at this point. I don't know how long she's been on YouTube. But she's been doing the same stuff forever, right? It's the same lies. It's the same this. It's the same... Girl, it's the same thing, okay? You know, and so it's always that, and it's always this relationship, and now she's just moved and all this kind of stuff. I was told, because I don't watch her, so I didn't know that she moved. Zachary and Michael told me that. So, now she's moved, and so it's like, let's start this whole thing over and whatever, right? What I don't understand about this, and I said this back then, was, why don't you just hire these people? You could completely transform your channel into being a authentic weight loss channel, okay, since that's really all your channel is anyway, with these 100 days of weigh-in, and I'm doing this diet, and I'm doing that diet, and this diet doesn't work, and that diet doesn't work, and all that kind of stuff. Hey, listen, I'm not shaming the girl, okay? Like, I have been heavy the majority of my life, and it is hard as SHI took to lose some weight. I get it, right? But when you take that and you monetize it, okay, and you risk your health, like I was saying to Zach on the phone today, I was like, what I don't understand, okay, about Amberlynn Reid is, when you watch 1,000-Pound Sisters, okay, the doctors were very concerned about Amy's health, Chris's health, and Tammy's health, okay? At the time that Tammy originally weighed in, she was like 600 pounds, okay? Is Amberlynn Reid not between 500 and 600 pounds at this point? Okay, and they were telling Tammy Slaton that she would not live another 5 years if she did not get help. The doctors were very serious about that, right? So you have somebody that is willing to be negligent about their health just to make money on YouTube? No, man, I can't with that. Like, I can't at all, right? So I said this. Well, then 1,000-Pound Sisters came out. Now, I heard that at the same time that 1,000-Pound Sisters came out, Amberlynn Reid was offered a show, okay, to help her with weight loss and cover her weight loss journey, too, and that she declined. I don't know why. I don't know if she was worried that this would hurt her YouTube channel, because God forbid if Amberlynn Reid loses a bunch of weight, okay, and gets healthy, then she loses all the haters. Because what are the haters going to say? If Amberlynn Reid loses 200 to 300 pounds, like Amy has, like Chris has, like Tammy has, okay, then how's she going to sustain these haters that come over to her channel? She's not going to get any views on her channel anymore. Except she would, because she would be inspiring an entire new audience of people that would find her through the TV show, that would find her through her weight loss, that would find... My battery stopped, and then my tripod fell, and everything is just falling apart as a mess. So I had to go back and watch the end of that part just to make sure I knew where I was at. It always stops at the 30-minute mark. Anyway, except for the fact that Amberlynn Reid would be inspiring an entire new audience of people, right? Because there's so many people out there that even the people that are critical of Amy and Tammy Slaton, there are so many people out there that are inspired by them. And I'll be honest with you, I'm one of those people, okay? Because I sit and I watch the show, and I'm like, okay, if Amy can lose the weight, okay, if Tammy can lose, definitely Tammy can lose the weight. Like, she is a really inspiring story, okay? If Chris can lose the weight, like Chris is doing obstacle courses and all this kind of stuff, right? If Chris can lose the weight, if they can all do this, then there is no reason why Peter Monn sitting on his front porch can't take a walk around the neighborhood, eat a little bit healthier, and get in shape, okay? There is no reason for me. So it is inspiring, right? The show is inspiring, and it talks about a lot of life issues and things like that. Doesn't mean that they're not problematic from time to time, right? Doesn't mean that. But the show is inspiring. Amberlynn Reid would have been inspiring people by doing that show, okay? Amberlynn Reid would be inspiring if she turned her channel into that, okay? If instead of doing this, like if she really took her health seriously, she would be consulting a team of specialists, okay, that could help her achieve her goal, right? Not just being like, I'm going to do a little bit of this, I'm going to do a little bit of that, and then after 3 days it doesn't work. No, that is completely trolling for the internet, okay? Amberlynn Reid has made it very, very clear, at least to me, and I think publicly as well, that she's watched Trisha Paytas for a very long time, okay? I think we know Trisha Paytas has a history of trolling. It's how she got to the top of her game, okay, in the past, okay? Even her lovers out there, don't come over here to me and say that's not true. Trisha Paytas has even acknowledged that in interviews that she's done, that she used to troll for views back in the day, okay? Well, Amberlynn Reid is trolling for views as well, okay? With all these little diets that she does, and, you know, putting on this. I mean, it's just as simple as putting on a dress and saying it's a shirt, and then people are like, Amberlynn, that's not a shirt, it's a dress, it just doesn't fit you, and she's like, I love this shirt. She does, all that shit is for trolling, okay? That's why I can't watch it, because I'm like, girl, literally, it's not funny anymore. It's really like concerning about your health. And what it says is, I really don't care about my health. It's only about the money to me, right? And that is such a sad sentiment to me. You know, like, it is really a sad sentiment to me that that's where she's at, you know? Because Amberlynn Reid is a human being, right? Like, stepping back from it and being objective, like, Amberlynn Reid deserves to be healthy. Amberlynn Reid deserves to be loved. Amberlynn Reid deserves all the good things in life, like most human beings do, right? But you gotta do the work, girl, okay? You gotta do the work. And listen, and monetizing the shit out of your channel off of your health is not the way to do that, okay? We're not just talking about dieting. We're talking about somebody that is close to the size of Tammy Slaton, that doctors were literally getting on camera, on TLC, on the show, telling her, you will be dead in 5 years if you do not do something. They were telling her that at 500 pounds, okay? She'd have a trach put on her in the rehab center in the hospital before she went back to the rehab center, okay? And at that point, she had already lost quite a bit of weight. At that point, she was probably Amberlynn Reid's weight right now, right? So, this is very serious, okay? And I never understood back in the day. I was like, I never understood why Amberlynn Reid wouldn't do it, right? And now, the new person that's getting a lot of views and clicks all this kind of stuff is Chantal at Foodie Beauty. And I don't follow her closely, so I'm not even going to get in to trying to be the expert on her, because I know very, very little about Chantal, okay? What I do know is that she says she's going to stop doing something, and then she starts doing it again. She's going to stop doing something, and then she does it again. And she's also apparently the queen of lying. She says one thing, and then people fact check it, and it's completely different, things like that, right? I don't know about all that, okay? Stories can change from time to time, so I don't know about all that. But I hear it's like, with her and Amberlynn, it's like you can almost see that the lies are purposeful just to pull drama and views, okay? why are you doing this, okay? I mean, I just saw pictures recently of Chantal doing these mukbangs, and I'm like, girl, seriously? Like, this is not cute, okay? Like, it's concerning is what it is. I'm not saying this to hate on these people. I want to make this very, very clear. I am not doing this video to hate on Chantal or on Amberlynn Reid, okay? For me, their weight and their health is concerning to me. And the fact that they have people around them that are okay with them getting on video every single day and filming this and filming that, and they don't care about that, and they, like, if it were me and that was my friend and they were every day doing these things where I'm doing 100 pounds of weight or 100 days of weigh-ins, and after day 6, oh, I can't do this anymore, or I'll never forget, this was like the last video of Amberlynn's I like really watched all the way through. I've watched bits and pieces here and there when people talk about something that comes up, but this was like the last video of hers that I ever watched, was when she was talking about exercising in her apartment, and she was like, sometimes I walk 2 steps forward, sometimes I walk 2 steps back, sometimes I do 1 step to the side, and I was like, girl, seriously? Okay, number 1, now you're educating people on exercise. Number 2, okay, this is totally for trolling, because you know this is going to get your haters so riled up in the comment sections below that they are going to be living for the fact that you are doing the side-to-side, north and south, a dance up in your living room, okay? That you're going to do that. Well, now I'm watching 1,000 Pound Sisters, and the doctor is asking Tammy Slaton, long before she has her surgery and loses a bunch of weight, right, that all he wants her to do is 75 steps a day. And then I'm thinking back to that video of Amberlynn, where Amberlynn Reid is doing these steps in her apartment and how difficult it is for her. So if that's the case, really, right, like, we really aren't that far off from Amberlynn Reid being in the same medical situations that Tammy and Amy Slaton were in, right? Well, that's pretty scary. Amy Slaton, when she got her weight loss surgery, was weighed a lot less than Amberlynn Reid, right? This is not me body shaming me. Listen, I've been body shaming myself. People taking pictures of my gut, throwing them up online, all right? This isn't me I'm not body shaming Amberlynn or Chantal or any of that kind of stuff. It's concerning to me. It's where do you cross a line between being more concerned about the money that you're making, the views that you're getting, okay? That you are willing to be the drama, physically, health-wise, be the drama at the expense of your own health that might kill you, okay? It's concerning to me, you know? It's... I just don't understand why you would be willing to do that. And I don't understand why there's not anybody that would step in her personal life. And maybe there has been, and I'm not aware of that. Maybe that's in her videos. I don't know, right? Maybe that's in Chantal's videos. I don't know. That, you know, somebody will say, well, my friend said this to me, or my friend said that to me, or I'm really worried about you, or whatever. Like, where are those people, you know? I mean, Amberlynn Reid has showed friends of hers. She lived with people for a while. You know, like, okay, you're okay with this? Like, I would not be okay with that. I would be worried about my friends and I, when we are worried about each other, we say, hey, I'm really worried about you. You seem off, or, you know, this or that or whatever, right? Like, I would not let my friends continue to engage in behaviors that were harmful to their health without saying something, okay? Because I would feel like I was part of that if that continued to happen and then that person died. You see that on 1,000 Pound Sisters, okay? You see the family scared to death that Tammy is going to die, right? It's why they are so hard on Jerry, her boyfriend, because he's bringing her snacks. It's why they're so hard on Amy when Amy is bringing her food, because she's so afraid to tell Tammy no, okay? I almost said Amberlynn Reid. She's so afraid to tell Tammy no, right? Before the weight loss surgery. She's so afraid of that. She's so afraid of the backlash from her, right? Well, those are enabling behaviors. We see the same things with drugs and alcohol, right? So it's really sad, you know, that they're all worried about, where's the people worried about Amberlynn Reid? Where's the people worried about Chantal? I mean, like, you know, to me, it's so problematic, you know, that, and then it's like, okay, anyway, what's interesting to me is, I think that Amy Slaton, okay, and Tammy Slaton have proven that you can do what is the right thing and get healthy, and you can sustain, if not even grow, a social media following. I looked the other day, I was surprised by this, because Amy Slaton had a bigger following on YouTube than Tammy did back in the day, right? Tammy Slaton has like 200,000, maybe more than that, followers on Instagram than Amy now, right? Like Tammy's social media following has grown. Her story is so inspiring, right? And Amy's story, all of theirs, right? Like I said, they're going to be problematic from time to time, okay? And I'll cover it on my channels, you know? Like, there was just this incident with smoking in a live stream, and Amy, you know, all this kind of stuff. And I reached out to Amy. I was like, we need to talk about this smoking thing. How are you going to resolve this? Because you need, and she's like, I'm going to come out and I'm going to address it. And I was like, okay, well, what are you going to say? And she told me what she was going to say. And I was like, girl, no. You know? And she's like, okay. She's like, but I really realized a lot through this. Like, it was a wake-up call for me, you know? And I'm like, I have really never had that kind of conversation ever in my 7.5 years with any kind of influencer in my life where they're like, oh, something that was brought to my attention through me getting called out was a wake-up call. I've never had that conversation with anybody, you know? Never. And so Tammy and Amy Slaton do the show, get a huge following off the show. Their social media grows, you know? Their TikTok, their YouTube, all that stuff grows. What is, I mean, go back. Amy Slaton wasn't getting that many views on YouTube back in the day anyway, okay? She's getting more than she was getting then, especially like on her update videos and stuff. I said, girl, I don't know why you're not doing weekly update videos on your YouTube channel. She's like, the kids, and I'm busy, and it's so hard to even film videos and stuff like that because we're constantly, I guess I don't know how much I can say, but anyway, about the filming and all that kind of stuff. But, so, if Amberlynn Reid, with the following she has, Amberlynn Reid gets a shit ton of views on her videos, okay? If she turned it into an authentic weight loss journey, okay, and hired a nutritionist, a personal trainer, showed appointments with her doctors, if she basically recreated 1,000-Pound Sisters on her YouTube channel, okay, you don't want to do a show, fine. If you basically recreated that on your YouTube channel, people would be so invested in it. They would be so invested in it, okay? Not to mention, you could probably get a personal trainer to completely just give you free sessions if you were willing to shout them out and actually do the work. You could probably get a nutritionist to work for you for free, okay? Because they're so invested in what they do that they would do this just because they believe in you if you were willing to shout them out, okay? You could probably get all that stuff for free, so you wouldn't even have to pay for it. Let's just be for real, right? And then over a year or two, Amberlynn Reid slowly starts losing weight in healthy ways, okay? And how inspiring would that be to people? Not to mention you'd be shutting up all the haters, okay? And I have to believe that a lot of those haters are really people that like originally loved Amberlynn Reid, but over time with the lies and the clickbait titles and just all this kind of stuff, that they just were like, I mean, it's basically what happened to me, except that I don't hate on Amberlynn Reid, I just don't watch her, okay? I'm not a believer in hate watching. So I have to believe that a lot of those people that are hate watchers are people that are just like, they watched Amberlynn Reid at the beginning, they really liked her, but over time they realized who she truly was. You could earn a lot of those haters back on your side if you would get healthy, you know? Why would you not want to do that? For yourself. But if it's really all about YouTube and the money you're making, okay, well, you can gain a huge following and make a lot more money by being healthy on YouTube. There are tons of YouTube channels out there that are workout channels and things like that. Who is this guy? When we were in Mexico for our birthday, hold on a second. Sam Cushing is his name. I was like, before I even looked it up. We met Sam Cushing when we were in, what do you call it? When we were in Mexico the last time. They were like doing this, like, I wasn't there for that, but they were doing this like influencer thing at this resort, right? And Sam Cushing, who is like this gay workout guy, very attractive, really nice guy. He was so friendly when we met him, right? And he was there for this thing. And, like, you know, I was like, oh, like, how did you get started? He was like, during, you know, the lockdown and stuff like that. Okay, a lot of these people got started during the lockdown, right? A couple years ago, I met Susie from Susie B Fitness. I love her so much. It's Susie B, right? Why am I thinking it's Susie K all of a sudden? I'm almost positive it's Susie B. She is so sweet. I love her so much. And she is so beautiful and so nice in person. I love her. Susie KB Fitness. Okay, Susie is so sweet. I love her. And she and her man are so nice. Let me just tell you, okay? We met them at the One Hotel in Miami. They are so nice. And I was like talking to her. Listen, I had no clue who she was. And she was like, can I ask you a question? It was like the four of us on the beach, right? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, are you Peter Monn? And I go, yeah. Here I am, all gutted out, my swimsuit on the beach, right? And she's gorgeous. I mean, she is so gorgeous, okay? And so there they are sitting there. So we start talking, you know, to them and whatever. And I'm like, oh, like, I've told this story on here before. I'm like, what do you do? And she's like, oh, I do social media marketing or influencer and stuff like that. I don't think she even said influencer. I think she just said social. Like, I got a fitness page or something like that. She so downplayed it. And I'll never forget, like, when they got up and left, I looked at Alex and I go, look, I'm going to look her up and I bet she's got like 1 million followers. True story, she had 1 million followers. And you know when she started? She started during the lockdown, okay? And she does these bands. She does the bands exercises. And now she's got a clothing line. She's got all this kind of stuff. Okay, she is sweet. I love her. I know somebody's going to put in there and be like, well, she non-discloses. I'm going to be like, oh, God, I got to call out Miss Susie Interest. I would. I'd call her out and I'd message her and be like, girl, you need to be disclosing. But I don't think she does that. I don't know. I haven't even looked. But anyway, she mostly is just doing her stuff because she's got all these fitness bands and whatever. They're cute fitness bands. But I love her so much, right? So don't tell me that you cannot make money off of being a fitness. There are so many, like that Obese to Beast guy. Now, I don't know if he's problematic. I haven't followed him in a long time. But back in the day when he would show like all his weight loss stuff, I mean, he has huge following. There's so many people that have shown their weight loss journey. You know, I was talking about this person the other day because I used to do Weight Watchers back in the day. And I actually lost quite a bit of weight on Weight Watchers and even maintained it afterwards, you know, for a while. And there was this woman that had a website back in the day. She's since passed away, which breaks my heart. But somebody said that they think that she passed away from COVID. I don't know. But she had this website. Her name was Dottie. And she had this website called Dottie's Weight Loss Zone. And she literally had every food that you could get at a grocery store, every restaurant, every fast food restaurant, every place in the world, their entire menu, and how many points it was by weight loss. Do you know when I shout her out in videos, I get at least 2 to 3 people that are like, oh my God, I love Dottie, blah, blah, blah. She had a website, okay, where she just had listing the points for Weight Watchers, okay, for every restaurant you could go to in the world. She also had a YouTube channel that she started later after that, apparently, and maybe a TikTok, I'm not sure, but I know that she had a YouTube that she started later than that, right? And she was in love with Weight Watchers, okay? Don't tell me you cannot get a huge following off losing weight. Amberlynn Reid, who has been so criticized, okay, for her trolling her weight, trolling her health, trolling her diets, all that kind of stuff. If she authentically did this, even if she struggled with it, Amy and Tammy has struggled. Chris has struggled, okay? They've shown going to the doctor and their weight's not where they want it to be and not getting approved for surgery this time and having to get weight to get approved. They've shown the journey. You show the journey authentically, right? Even if Amberlynn showed that, people would live for it. She would get a huge following off of that, you know? There's really no YouTuber that's ever done that before that's been as, you know, as heavy as Amberlynn Reid is, and she shares her weight, so we know that she is, okay, and then gone through a weight loss journey on YouTube in real time. She could do her own reality series on her YouTube channel. It would blow up. She wants to make money. It would make her a shit ton of money, and she'd be healthy too. Why is she not doing this? You know, girl, get in therapy. Learn to love yourself enough to do what's right for you. It makes me sad. Tammy Slaton, and I've said this for a long time, is the one that won, right? Because she lost the weight. And she, well, I'm going to talk about that in my reality TV video today. But she got her a shit husband, but, you know, he was good for a while, I thought. I don't know. But anyway. And then, you know, she got her kids, which was her dream, and things like that. Tammy's lost a ton of weight. She's healthy. She looks fantastic today. Now, it breaks my heart to watch this season knowing that her husband passes away, you know. But, like, and I feel for Tammy so much. But, like, the whole family is healing and growing together, you know. But then we have these people out there like Chantal and Amberlynn that are willing to risk and compromise their health over clicks and views. In all honesty, and like I said, I'm not shaming them for it. It's difficult, right? Difficult. It's difficult. It's really, really hard, okay? When you're looking at 20 pounds or 30, 40 pounds, right, versus 300 pounds. But the 1,000-Pound Sister show has shown that that's possible, okay, in real time. It's shown how it's possible and how you can do it. They could do it too. So to me, there's no excuse for them to continue to be doing mukbangs and trolling this and trolling that, right? To me, my question would be if they were sitting in front of me, human to human, is why are you willing to compromise your health at this expense? I don't understand it. And it goes a lot deeper than that to me. It's not really even about the weight or anything, the health. It's really about your ability to love yourself. And I want people to love themselves, you know? It took me a long time to get to the point where I could say, it took me a long time, you know? A lot of therapy, a lot of work with my sponsor in recovery to get to the point where I could say, I love myself today, you know? So, hey, how are you? It took me a long time to get to that point. I want that for everybody out there. But it's obvious when you are willing to compromise your health for money, clicks, and views that you're not there yet. So maybe start with a therapist. That's why for the bariatric surgery, Tammy had to go to all this. She hated it, right? They all had to do that, you know? And I don't even think they showed it as extensively on the show as it really happened in real life. Because I have friends of mine that have had that surgery and they had to go through extensive therapy, you know? Because of all the issues that are underlying why the weight issues are there to begin with. I don't know, maybe start there. Maybe start talking about that, you know? If they have, I'm not aware of that. But they could all achieve these goals. It just really makes me sad. So anyway, I've been wanting to do this video for a while comparing it because I've always said Amberlynn Reid could never. But I also think that is true too, you know? I think you see Chantal have a lot of attitude with people that come for her, okay? Amberlynn Reid also has a lot of attitude with the people that come for her. But I don't know that they have the ability to be as vulnerable and authentic as Amy and Tammy and the rest of the siblings are on their show, okay? You know, they've talked about their grandma. They've talked about their mom never showing up for anything. They've talked about, Amy's talked about putting food on Tammy's plate and feeling responsible for why she's heavy. They've talked about this. They've talked about all this kind of stuff. I am not really sure Amberlynn Reid, and I think this was what one of her fears was other than the losing her hater audience, is that I don't know that Amberlynn Reid is really willing to be that vulnerable, you know? She's shared a little bit about her past and how tough it was, but like, is she willing to transform that into a reality show and really, you know, I'm a believer in turning your wounds into wisdom. If she did, she could be helping a lot of people with that. A lot of people that have gone through what she went through, and I'm not going to get into that in this video. I don't think that's fair. But she could be transforming that, you know, into really helping people out there. You know, there are so many people that relate to the Slaton story, okay? A mother that worked 2 and 3 jobs and wasn't home and didn't teach how to eat healthy and didn't take care of them, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of people that relate to the story of being bullied, you know, for your looks and your weight in high school and things like that. There's a lot of people that relate to just being bullied. I do, you know? And they're helping people with those stories as well. I don't know that I think that Amberlynn Reid has the ability. I don't think she does actually have the ability to be that vulnerable on camera. And I definitely don't think that Chantal does, you know? So, I mean, Chantal is, to be in all honesty with you, like Amberlynn Reid at this point, I think is like, she gets so much hate that I think for TLC to pick her up or somebody like that, I don't think they would do that. I'm not sure that they would. Chantal, her story is a little bit different, you know, with her marriage and things like that. I think she is somebody that they probably would pick up. If I'm surprised, is there new? I don't know, because I don't follow her that closely, if they've reached out to her or not. But she is somebody that I think they would make a TLC show about, right? But then she'd have to get healthy. And if I get healthy, then that means I'm worried about me losing my channel and all the people that hate me that fund my lifestyle off of my TikToks and all that kind of stuff, right? See, I don't think it was ever about that for Amy and Tammy. When you go back and you watch their old videos, right? And you go back, Amy was doing makeup videos. Like her, what was a video that was very like the Nikki Tutorials video, like the beauty of makeup or whatever, that she, apparently, somebody said this, I've never asked Amy, so I don't know, but somebody said she sold it for like $1 million. I don't think she sold it for $1 million, $100,000 or something like that. That video years ago that got a ton of views, right? Like Amy was doing like makeup videos, dollar store hauls. They'd show the videos that they do on the show, right? Like her channel was really never about like weight loss and all that kind of stuff. I mean, she would mention it from here and there, right? But it was never really about that. And so Amberlynn Reid and Chantal's, they do talk a lot about that on their social media. So they are trolling their health, right? But like Amy and Tammy, that wasn't what their channels were about, if you remember from back in the day. You know, they would talk about health concerns, they would talk about being healthier and things like that, but originally how they started, that wasn't how they started. Tammy makes it very clear on the show. The reason they started was because they didn't have a lot of friends in real life and they wanted to meet people online, which I think is just like so sweet and genuine when you hear them say that, but that's really what it was about at the beginning, you know? It wasn't about, let's talk about our weight and how we're going to lose weight and troll our weight on video. It was not about that at the beginning. They did videos about that later, but that was not what it was about at the beginning at all, you know? Like how Amberlynn's channel is and Chantal and some other people out there. I don't know, it just makes me sad for them. I'm just like, you know, it makes me sad for them, and at the same time, Chantal and Amberlynn are not stupid, okay? You can tell by hearing them talk and things like that. They know what time of day it is. They know what's going on, right? So then what you realize is that these are very calculated, divisive decisions that they're making, okay? At the expense of their health. Why? I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think about all that in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.